Welcome back. So in this episode, we're going to finish looting and chatting and doing the social stuff inside of Grimforge. We're going to start off by grabbing Shadowheart and heading to the Grimforge waypoint. We'll grab our main character. Same thing. So we'll group them up
Have a lot on my mind.
and then do a little exploring.
In it. One day I'll catch
And
a break.
what we're looking for here is to advance Shadowheart's quest. So she's going to look at and comment on the Sharan Justiciar uniforms, and then she'll help us open a box. So there's several of these folks just lying around. We'll take the potion.
As you look at the skeletons, you realize they are all clad in the same dark armor.
Dark Justiciar uniforms. These were Shah worshippers. Her most elite warriors. Curious.
I'm a little proud of her. She didn't refer to Shar as Lady Shar, so good for you, Shadowheart. You kept your head on that. We'll go ahead and say ominous.
As you like. Hopefully my own remains are treated with a little more dignity when the time comes.
These are magic and slightly better, not much better. If we read this book, we'll learn about the crazy monk and the amulet. Worth 65 experience, so we're going to do that. We've got the chest that amulet was in at our camp. It has a shatter spell once a day and also can restore key points, but we don't have a monk in the party. We've got a couple of chests here. Our main character can equip the thief gloves if we want, or can simply hit it with a giant hammer. It looks like Lizelle probably still has that.
Come on, open up.
If you make the check, you'll find out that the crossbow was Sharan in design. This backpack oftentimes has a pretty fair amount of gold in it. And if we come over here, there's a chest on the far side. Our main character did not notice that it's trapped,
Looks like a trap.
but Shadowheart did. So we'll try to disarm the trap. No big deal if we don't, we'll just take some damage. As long as we're not standing next to it, we won't get thrown off. If you do get thrown off, this is one of the reasons why we don't have all of the characters with us at once. We could again just go to Withers and get brought back. So let's head back to Grimforge. And we'll grab Shadowheart as well. Now we have to have some thoughts about cutting off Nir's head and looting Nir's body. So cutting off Nir's head is a strength check. We can prep for that. Looting his body, he's got 1,000 gold pieces on him, as well as a unique musical instrument and
You should
sword
search that corpse.
that we won't use. The narrator, I'm sorry, not the narrator, our dream visitor here is telling us we should look for the corpse because it's got a parasite on it. Now, if we don't ever want to interact with parasites, we have to not loot anyone who has a parasite. So we've got to have the thought of, do we want someone to try to loot it and try to resist the compulsion to do so? If so, Shadowheart's probably the best bet for that because she's got a better wisdom save than our main character. Let's go ahead and prep to cut the head off. That's a strength check, so we're going to borrow the strength club from Asterion. We'll grab the guidance amulet as well. And because we can equip both, if we did end up having a save, we'll equip the ritual dagger, which we could use to give ourselves bless. This would be a good chance if you're saving a game and you want to make sure that you make the roll to not loot the parasite, save here. And we'll go ahead and click on near.
The decaying corpse lies before you.
And we'll add guidance. We've got a pretty good chance of making this.
The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body.
Kind of gruesome, but there you have it. Now, I don't particularly need money or any of the items, so I'm just going to skip looting this character. We've got access to Volo, so we have access to infinite funds. Let's go talk to Barkus and invite him back to our camp.
Well, you did it. I shouldn't be surprised, considering our history. And yet,
We'll say, don't sound so surprised.
nothing good happens in the Underdark. I don't know if you've heard, but some of the Iron Hand gnomes, my friend Wulbren among them, have been taken prisoner in Moonrise Towers. And so, to Moonrise Towers I go.
I like this subtle, the folks down here are sweating near all the lava, and that's true for most of the characters, but Karlach, it won't sweat, which is kind of a fun little detail. So we'll go say, first things first, you look exhausted, you should rest at our camp.
Certainly not. In case you haven't been paying attention, my friend has been taken captive. He needs me.
So we'll say that we'll be rescuing him a third time.
Ha. I was unlucky twice. The odds of it happening again are very slim. Then again, a small rest might be prudent. Give me time to think. Fine. Show me where to go, and I'll try my luck. I'll have a better chance of rescuing Wulbren if I'm at my best. And, thank you.
So Wulbren, Barkus is a vendor as well, and we would like Barkus in our camp. It's another opportunity to steal some gold, and Barkus also has bombs in his inventory all the time, so it's a great opportunity for us to steal bombs. And we'll talk to the gnomes here as well.
Baldur! I was so worried. Did Near hurt you?
No, I'm all right. Did the sergeant hurt you?
Oh, who cares? We're together now, thank Iron Hand.
We ought to thank someone a little closer by, I think. Gaedel Ironhand you may not be, but you damn well fight like him. I'm grateful, don't mistake me, but why help us? You're one of them, aren't you?
And we'll just say no.
You did just lift a mountain from our heads, so good enough for me, I reckon. Here. The Iron Hand gnomes honor their debts. With Wulbren gone, that falls to me.
So we'll ask about Moonrise.
Aye. The cult kept us for slave hands, but Wulbren was our leader. He knows things. Things the cult would like to know too, it seems.
So we'll say that we'll free him. This is an opportunity to find out about rune powder.
You really would, wouldn't you? But not us. My people can barely stand, and we have business back in the city. That business is what sent us after the powder to begin with. Now, we'll have to make other arrangements.
So he's in on the plot to blow up the Gondians. So as much as we might think that that's he's a great guy, he's also kind of a bad guy. We'll just say we'll see about freeing Wulbren.
He'd admire your resolve and your optimism. My people will find somewhere to regroup across the lake, then on to the city. If you find yourself in Baldur's Gate, seek us out. We'll raise a glass to Wulbren together.
All right, so that's it. And the next time we see them, they'll actually be by the Sovereign and the runaway gnome. And that is pretty much it for Grimforge. I will show you the hidden scrolls down here, so we can jump down into this area. And there are some skeletons that we can loot. So, Scroll of Wall of Fire. Journal we can read. And we'll just head back to the waypoint. There's not really anything bad to do. You can loot all of this stuff if you want to. There's not really anything else that's standout. This entrance here is how we get to the Shadowlands in Chapter 2. We're not going to take it right now. We actually will take this entrance, but we're going to wait until later to do so. And we're going to clear the Creche before we come back here. This entrance will take you closer to Last Light Inn. The exit from the Creche will take you closer to the Drider and Moonrise Towers. A little bit of spoiler there. So that's it for Grimforge. We're going to go back to the Myconoid colony and turn in Nir's Head, and in the next video, we'll level everybody up.
So, do you have loves waiting for you once this is all over?
You know what? That is not the easiest of questions for me to answer.
You mean just waiting? Like a lovesick puppy? Short-term amusements are much less hassle.
I'm coming along, just not fast enough. Any word on my people?
We'll say that we saved them.
You did? Then I owe you more than I can ever repay. Thank you.
And we'll leave. And then we'll chat with Sovereign Spa.
Peacebringer, be at home.
Say we brought Nir's Head. Grizzly.
Bao sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter. As our circle grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen, and you may hear it.
And we pick up this item, which gives you Voice of the Circle. this is kind of interesting. It will grant an ally a +2 in persuasion for 10 turns. This is useful in Act 2 and 3 to try to get through some of the social encounters. I may or may not remember to use it. All right, so that is it. We're going to level up characters and do some pickpocketing of Volo in the next video. We're also going to periodically talk to Dareth here and purchase bombs. There's a couple last things that we can do down here. We can pick up the last bits of the Staff of Frost. One of them is held over by the Hook Warriors, the other by the Selûnite Temple, and we can fight a spectator, and we'll level up before we do those things. So that's the end of this video, and I will catch you in the next one.